Hello, all friends along the Danube and in all Europe. A warm welcome. Good afternoon. Buona ziua, dobar dan, dobar den, bonjour, buonasera, guten Abend. We made this for the fifth time, and you know that we are not professionals. We are friends coming from different countries and different regions in Europe, and we are contributing with a song, with the music, with a poem, or with some presentation, just for to know each other better. And then, if you like, you can hear, you can also after join some of you, and we will develop new methods also for to work in smaller groups, because a lot of you said you would like to be more interactive, more in contact with each other. And so we take notice of this and we are developing. But this cultural session in time of Corona is a demonstration that we are connecting in social way, even if physical distance locally, but also nationally and internationally is given. So we will start, and there are 62 persons. But nevertheless, it's important to have some impressions, because we are not making a video conference with some videos made by others. It's ourselves, and to know us a little bit, and then we will create contacts. We have contacts, and we will create contacts, and we will bring together people with same kinds of interests. But it takes time, and what is good for all of us is really music and songs and poems, and to share our feelings. And so we will start, and perhaps Florian, if you agree, hello, Muet, Florian, if you agree, I will ask the little children first to start, and then you, because I think they waited so a long time. Milena, ist Milena?
Ja, wir sind startbereit.
Dann denke ich, das wird die Kinder netter oder auch schöner, wenn sie jetzt rankommen, ja?
Okay.
So we present two children, and they are Rosalina and Jakob. And
Okay, hello, me and my kids,
present
Rosalina and
as well.
Jakob. We will like to sing a Bulgarian song for you. It calls Dveka Linki, and it means it's about two ladybugs who are dancing and singing in the summer rain. Okay.
And it's especially for the grandparents.
Especially for the grandparents.
Yes.
Linki kato balerinki, linki kato balerinki, podes dobarbe, pesnička si peli, pesnička si peli, šalalalali, neka dabali, šalalalali, neka dabali. Od deca, nas nije strah, od deca, nas nije strah. Dveka linki, kato balerinki, dveka linki, kato balerinki, podaš dobar veli, pesnička si peli, podaš dobar veli, pesnička si peli. Šalalalali, neka dabali, šalalalali, neka dabali. Od deca, nas nije strah, od deca, nas nije strah.
Oh, muss der Großvater kurz ein Dankeschön sagen. Der Großvater aus Deutschland. Ist er?
Ja, ich danke euch sehr.
So, dann
Ganz herzlichen Dank.
so, das war ja richtig schön. Jetzt machen wir weiter. Und ich bin jetzt Florian Kinserle, coming from Ulm, to give him his presentation with guitar and vocal, and he will present himself.
Hello?
You, Florian.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for the invitation. So I'm Florian and I'm retiree and I like music very much and especially guitars. I play the guitars, I collect guitars, repair guitars, and also I'm making guitars. And I'm going to sing you a song from an old friend of mine. Its name is Les Brown, is a singer-songwriter from Scotland. And we met together at folk festivals in the 1970 years. He was an inspiration for me. He wrote his own songs and played his guitar his own way, and he even made his guitars himself. And he liked to live free. He lived all over Europe as a singing vagabond, and he found his way of freedom, and he made this wonderful song. Is called The Song of Freedom. Song of Freedom from Les Brown. When nature wears her coat of spring, the gray cloud leaves the sky. The sun he cannot catch, the snow it melts before his eyes. The songbirds sing his merry tune, from tree to tree he flies. The song he sings, it is a song of freedom. And the mountain stream, it never stops, as down the glen it flies. It builds the strength with all its might, and the stones are dashed aside. And on its way it tunes the tune.
Любчо, може ли да те попитам нещо?
And the tune it tunes, it is the tune of freedom. Some freedom never changes, and some freedom still suppressed. To mention things and people's name would leave my mind distressed. But I'm sure you've heard a song before, and the word will never rest until there is no need to fight for freedom. When nature wears her coat of spring, the gray cloud.
Никъде няма тон колонка, бе, от
The
кога
sun
учи?
he cannot catch, the snow it melts before his eyes.
Не,
Songbirds sing his
ne.
merry tune, from tree to tree he flies. The song he sings, it is the song
Ти си.
of freedom.
Чао.
Thank you very much, Florian.
Bravo.
It's a good feeling to hear you and to imagine also the sense of freedom and of liberty just behind.
Like that very much. Yes. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now we will have a presentation from Silver and Silvopole. And it is a very interesting thing because it's about forest. Hello, Veska, wait a moment, please. And tree planting actions in time of Corona. First, we will have a presentation about the old tradition of tree planting in this region and in Bulgaria at all. And then you will see a small video film made for us in Silvopole from a group of seniors, what they do, because this time they cannot make the action as they do usually because there is Corona. And then we will hear also a song linked with the trees. Up to Emily to making the presentation, and Leonard, I think you will be in touch with Emily about. They prepared the presentation in English to give us the possibility to understand, because unfortunately we don't speak Bulgarian.
In Bulgarian too, and same to our colleagues. International Day of Forest and Afforestation Week in Bulgaria.
Първо на английски, после на български.
Start, please.
Is it possible meeting of all of us?
International Day Forest.
The next slide, please. Leonard,
Ich mute alle kurz. So,
give the next slide. I will speak about the International Day of Forest in the world, and also Afforestation Week in Bulgaria. The World Forest Day has been celebrated since 1972 on 21st March, which is the spring equinox day. In Bulgaria, the next slide, in Bulgaria, it is the first Afforestation Day was held on April 12 in 1925. It was organized by two ministries, Ministry of People's Education and the Ministry of Agriculture and State Properties. During the first year, the people planted 420,000 forest saplings and 20 kilograms of forest seeds. And in the following year, the planted trees were more than 3 million forest saplings, more than 3 million trees and 208 kilos of seeds. The first Forest Week in Bulgaria took place from 15 till 22 April in 1934, according to proposal of arborist Georgi Minkov. The next please. His idea was that the duty of arborists and young people is to think more seriously about organization of forestation, but in voluntary way only. He also thinks that arborists from all parts of the country have to promote awareness raising about the importance of forest and afforestation. The decision about this week was taken by Ilya Stoyanov, the head of Forest and Hunting Department at that time. And till now, 85 years, we have got this week Afforestation Week. Pensioners from the Union of Union of Pensioners from Slivopole Municipality. They have got 20 clubs. These pensioners every year perform activities aimed at nature conservation. They help the municipality by afforesting places with clay soil or wetlands. So you can see many trees. Continue. These are pictures from Afforestation Week in 2019. The pensioners planted 2,000 black poplar trees on 25 acres of land. After planting, they have to eat because the mayor of the municipality give them lunch. Who are these people? In 2019, they were 220 people. The oldest one was 92 years old, and the youngest was just 9 years old. Why should we do it in Bulgaria? Mrs. Veska Ozunova, who is member of this meeting today, is the president of the Union of Pensioners of the Slivopole municipality, and she says that the forest is life. The forest is also history, tradition, and concern mentioned in our folk songs. It has been painted by artists and described by writers and poets for so many, many years. Thanks to our statement of the past, today we have got our centuries-old forest, which we are obligated to conserve because they are the oxygen of our people. Now we will show you a small drama for planting a tree at home.
Thank you very much, Emily. I think it's very inspirational.
Continue, we don't finish our presentation, please, video.
Yes, but just to say, it was really impressive to see that not only one person, but a lot of persons are involved in this week and try to save the nature. And then your video.
Ваню, айде идвай, че кака Радка дойде да насадим едно дръвче. То внучките ги няма тази година. То с лошия вирус, откъде се взе. Ти оная година ги научи, засадихте дръвчета и как се отглежда. Ама дано на есен да имаме късмет, да дойдат децата и да им покажеш. Како, Радке, гледай го сега, как ще подреже клончетата, коренчетата, как ще го сложи вътре в дупката. Ще му сложи ли пръщица? И аз ще отида да донеса водичка.
Добре, добре, натай. Полека, до калема гледай да стигне пръста.
Тъй калема се слага да бъде на изток.
Така.
Зарива с мека пръст. Така, затъпва се.
Готови ли сте?
Да.
Готово, Павлинке. Точно както ти поръча, тъй го и направил. Подрязал отдолу коренчетата и ето калема се вижда, сложил го и хубаво го направи. И го затъпка. Вижте какво ще ви кажа. Че който през целия си живот не е посадил едно дърво и не е построил една къща, значи не е живял. Живял е на празно.
Айде сега, како, Радки, да полейме и да порасни дръвчето. И до година, като дойдат внучките, ще им покажем как се прави. А пък сега да отидем горе там на високото при боровите, да изпееш една песен. Ти си нашата народна певица. Попей на хората да се порадват, да ги поразвеселиш малко в този труден момент.
Айде, дано даде Господ тази болест да изчезне, да могат да си дадат дечицата.
Very fine, thank you.
And now, song.
Питат ли ме де зората ме огряла първи път? Питат ли ме де земята, що най-любя на света? Тамо аз ще отговоря, де се бели Дунавлей, де от изток Черно море се бунтува и светлей. Българио, драга моя, земя пълна с добрини, земя, що си ме кърмила, моя поклон приеми. Земя, що си ме кърмила, моя поклон приеми.
Сейвда, кажи няколко думи за съдържанието на песента.
Okay, can I say a few words? It's a song about one's country. There is a translation of the song, which you can see in the website. But the most important words are, if they ask you where you have seen the dawn for the first time, what will you say? I'll say that it's where the Danube flows, and it's where the Black Sea storms. And then it's a thank you and a bow to one's land. And people very often sing this song. And perhaps one of the important things is that it's about the Danube, and most of us come from countries and cities which are around the Danube.
So I have to remark at the end that this person who are actors in this drama, Павлинка Иванова, Peter Ivanov, и Радка Иванова. Scenario was developed by Veska Ozunova, and also Luboslav Yordanov make this video. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much from our part, Emily. It was really great to have your presentation with the explication about the background, and then to see your seniors teaching, how they do, and that they, in time of Corona, do something in their own garden because it's unable to do it in a bigger range, and to speak about with the children, the grandchildren above all. Thank you, and also thank you a lot for this nice song and the translation of Sevda.
Carmen, just a second. I'm Gisela. I have to leave. I have to talk to my Prime Minister, but thank you very much. I will come back next time.
So thank you for coming and be part of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So we will now continuing with Diana. She, as you know, is a very good piano player, and she will present us a piece of Ludwig van Beethoven, and I think she will present it herself.
Just move a little bit the laptop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so sit better. Yeah, so I will play Virtuelles from Beethoven. Actually, I will do a little variation of it, so it won't be the actual piece as you might know it. I basically chose the piece for today because I found it quite interesting that actually it was not Beethoven himself who published it, but it was published about 40 years after his death. It was found by some other musicians, so it was quite an interesting fact that I didn't know myself. So I hope you'll enjoy the next couple of minutes. Thank you.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Perfect.
Anca.
Very impressive.
Thank you very much, Diana. It was nice.
In Germania, dar
Last time. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm happy that you all enjoyed it.
We are very happy to see you all. And our group is actually growing and growing every week. This is really wonderful. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you all. Yeah, you are here.
Thank you.
So, thank you, Anka. Thank you, Diana. Just to ask, Thomas and Margareta, you are in now?
Ja.
Margareta und Thomas, seid ihr jetzt drin?
Ja.
Good. So, just for to know. So now we will have a Romanian popular song. Ihr kommt erst danach dran. Ich wollte nur wissen, ob ihr dabei seid. There is a popular song from Doina, and it's presented shortly by Aurel, and the singer is, and also the composer is Petra Dragomir. So up to Aurel, you are in? Yes, so.
Hello. I think that music is a good medicament against the corona. I want to offer you only one example of these beautiful songs of our popular singers. Doina. Doina is a lyrical, vocal, and instrumental creation specific to the Romanian people. He is inspired by the life of the Romanian people, reflects the communion of man with nature, man's attitude for life and death to the time. As an anonymous character, does not have a known author, and have an oral character. It has been transmitted from generation to generation in vivid language. My singers is born in border of the Danube River. In this way, his music is like the Danube Valley. Please, Simon, put my Doina, and please, Otilia, to translate the principal ideas of these things.
Thank you, Aurel.
Thank you very much.
And just to say for all of you, there is a very nice contribution about Doina in our Codanex website, explaining the background and explaining also the feelings of Doina. What is the problem?
Instruments prepare our guide of future ideas of song. Please, Simon.
Păi zice lumea că-s bătrân, măi, dar eu te mândruță țin, mă. Una și una vale, alta în colț la drum al mare. Păi cât ce le-am făcut prelume, nici la popă nu-i spune. Că nu-i popa Dumnezeu, măi, dar să știe și-am făcut eu, măi.
Thank you very much, Aurel.
Super.
It is very interesting to hear more about Doina, and we will have another presentation about a short presentation coming from Brasov. But before, we will make something different because it was so heavy to hear so a lot of things. And now I will ask Margareta to come with us and Thomas. Margareta, are ready to come? Margareta, yes, Margareta and Thomas. Margareta is an expert. Expert for what? You're wondering. She is an expert of something which seems for you not for praising. But what that means, praising? And we will ask her to explain a little bit. We all do it all the day and we need it. But what is a special thing, what we need so much and we don't know good? Margareta.
Der Atem, es gibt den unbewussten Atem, der uns immer begleitet, tags und nachts. Es gibt den willentlichen Atem, das ist eine Technik, und es gibt eine dritte Form. Es gibt den erfahrbaren Atem, den eigenen Atem entdecken.
So this is, there's various ways of dealing with your breath. One is the unconscious breath that keeps you alive day and night, that you don't need to do anything for it. And there's the forced or the purposeful breath, which is like when you go diving or when you run and you control your breath and you tell your breath what to do. And there's something in between, which is the breath experience, which is neither controlling nor keeping your breath unconscious. So this is what Margareta's work is about.
Ich würde aber gern lieber diesen erfahrbaren Atem mit einer Übung mit allen machen, also sie erfahren lassen, sodass wir die kurze Zeit, die wir jetzt haben, das nutzen können.
So Margareta is going to invite you to stand up after you've been sitting for quite a while and join her in some simple exercises and experience yourself what the breath experience means for every one of you, because doing is the best way to experience rather than spending a lot of words.
Und da würde ich Sie gern alle einladen. Ich zeige es mal, was wir jetzt machen können.
So she's
Und zwar
showing
im Stehen.
you can stand up, nobody's watching you.
Und Sie stehen auf beiden Beinen.
Stand on both legs firmly.
Und dann wandert sie mit dem Gewicht nach einer Seite und auf die andere Seite. Und Sie lassen sich einfach mal schütteln.
You move from one side to the other and shift your weight from your left to your right foot, and just keep your body and gently shake your body and feel how it relaxes all your muscles, and keep your shoulders loose, and even the face can get loose, and let your jaws hang and everything, and just move around a bit.
Und wenn Sie jetzt mal spüren, wieder die Füße nebeneinander stellen und die Hände auflegen, wie geht jetzt die Atembewegung in den Bauch?
Now place your hands on your center, around your lower belly part, and feel and perceive how does your breath react on these movements? How does it feel?
Geht er tiefer in den Bauch?
Do you breathe more deeply into your lower parts of the body?
Wie stehen Sie jetzt auf beiden Füßen?
How do you stand on your feet right now? Is it different?
Ja, und wenn Sie manchmal Stress haben, dann hilft auch die Stimme.
And if you're in stressful situations, then it helps to release also your voice.
Wir können einfach, und ich mache es einmal vor und Sie machen es nach.
So she's showing you, and then you can do it.
Pa, pe, pi, po, pu. Pa, pe, pi, po, pu. Pa, pe, pi, po, pu.
So just do it and feel how your body reacts on this.
Pa, pe, pi, po, pu. Pa, pe, pi, po, pu. Pa, pe, pi, po, pu. Pa, pe, pi, po, pu.
And do the sounds from your whole, include your whole body. It's not just a throat thing. Yeah.
Und dann legen Sie nochmal die Hände auf und spüren, was hat es verändert.
And again, put your hands on your belly and feel how your breath reacts on this exercise.
Es geht um das Nicht-Willentliche, sondern um die Erfahrung, was spüre ich unter den Händen, absichtslos.
It's not about controlling your breath, but listening with your hands to what your body says, how your breath is reacting.
Und wir lernen unseren Körper kennen, dass das Gefühl und jeder Gedanke den Atem verändert.
And we learn with these exercises, we learn how every thought, and so your mental state also has an impact on your breathing and vice versa. So the mind and the thinking and the soul and your brain is also connected to your breath, and also the breath has an impact, how you breathe has an impact on your mental stage.
Und wenn wir dann uns zu uns selber kommen wollen, dann kann ich meinen Ellbogen unterstützen und eine Hand auf die Brustseite legen, auf eine Brustseite und spüren, die Lungenspitzen gehen bis hier hoch und das Zwerchfell geht in Bewegung.
So if you hold one of your elbows with the other, put the weight of your arm with the elbow into your other hand, and put the hand across your chest on the upper part of the chest where the tips of your lungs reach up to.
Und wie erlebst du die Bewegung hier in dieser Gegend?
And then feel how what movement do you feel up here in the upper part of your lungs? This can more center yourself, bring you more to your own center.
Es geht um die Empfindung, und die Empfindung ist etwas anderes als das Gefühl. Also was empfindest du? Warm, kalt?
It's about perception, and perception is something else from a feeling. So perception is what happens, and the feeling usually already has a a connotation to it, a good or a bad connotation. So either it's cool or it's warm, but this is a perception. But if I like it, if it's cool, or if I don't like it, if it's cool, this is the feeling. So it's a fine distinction between perception and feeling, and we're talking here about pure perception.
Und wenn ich dann wieder die Hände lasse, wie erlebst du dich jetzt in dieser Gegend und in der anderen Gegend?
And if you let your hands hang loose, how do you feel in your upper part of your chest? Does it feel different? Links zu rechts? Oh,
ja, und dann, ja, der Unterschied.
Yeah.
Und dann kannst du, wenn du das Bedürfnis hast, die andere noch.
Yeah, and so for the first time now that we only did it with one arm, things may feel, left and right may feel different because you had one arm up and not the other yet. So it's usually always you do one side first, and then you perceive how does it feel different left and right, and then you do the other side. So it's also a way of training your perception.
Und es geht das eigene Maß und das spielerische Erforschen, die Neugierde wie ein Kind, ohne etwas zu wollen.
Yes, so it's all, your attitude should be playful as a child, do it in a curious mindset without trying to achieve a specific goal. It's an exploration of your own self and how your body behaves and how you perceive your body reactions. And there is no right or wrong. It's about getting more trained to perceive all the fine differences that you have in your body.
Ja, und wenn du irgendwo bist und du bist aufgeregt, dann kannst du einfach nur den Daumen in die Handmitte legen, und es sind diese kleinen Übungen, die den Atem locken und die auch ein Stück weit Heilkraft in sich tragen.
If you are in a situation where you cannot jump up and down or run away, then a very simple way of centering yourself is put one thumb into the hand of into the palm of the other hand, and press it and just be like this. And you can do this anywhere, anytime, and this can help you get more centered and more focused in a stressful situation. And you can train this anywhere, when you're standing in line before a shop or anywhere. So it's these exercises are very easy to integrate into your daily practice.
Ja, damit wünsche ich dir jetzt viel Freude.
So feel free to try it out and yeah, get a better feeling for your body, and
für deine erste Atemstunde, danke.
And thank you for your attention for your first breath experience lesson.
Thank you, Margareta. Thank you very much to give us some possibility to have ideas about what we are having and not taking care of, and how we can, with small gests and small things, be more careful with our perception and feeling better. Thank you. And Thomas, thank you for making such a good translation of this brief experience. And if you like to hear and to learn more about, Margareta said she is ready to make some course about for more time, because there is a lot of theory and pedagogy and also practice behind what she is saying. Thank you so much. Now I would like to ask Brasov. Brasov, Monika,
yes.
You have prepared something also in relation to Doina, if I understood well. So
yes, we will do a very short presentation, but not about Doina, about our cultural life of Brasov, the International Music Festival, the Golden Deer, a Romanian song performed in Romanian by Toto Cutugno. Please, Georgiana, start slide.
Panache cu 300 de ori. Ok. Panache cu 300 de ori. Ok.
Bravo. Thank you very much, Brasov. It was the song in the frame of the International Musical Festival Golden Stage. And about what he was singing?
Shepherd with 300 sheep. The shepherd with 300 sheep.
Ah, okay. So I hope you can send us a text and we will take the text in the website as every time, and so we can read it and translate it in English. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have to improve more the sound problem. That was a little bit a pity that it was not so good, but the song is very nice. Thank you. So I will ask Carmen to perform us a small spring poem.
Hello, everybody. So, okay.
I have prepared a small spring poem. I will read it in German, but you will get the text and also later in English. It's called Spring, so in German Frühling. Hägele. Im Frühling wird das Herz mir weit, für die laue Luft, den tollen Tag und die allerschönste Zeit. Das Blumen sprießen schau ich täglich an und jedes Grün mir Freude macht. Die Natur trägt ihr schönstes Farbenkleid, die Augen sehen sich daran nicht satt. Und dies und jenes geht mir durch den Sinn, was mich im Frühling so zufrieden macht, ob es noch mal kalt wird und noch Schnee kommt oder warm die Luft und die Sonne scheint. Dieser Tag ist schön und bringt den Moment der Veränderung. Yes, that was it already about the poem. It is basically about the spring who will change not just our the environment around us, also our mindset. Yes.
Thank you, Carmen. Yes, spring brings us a lot of impulses and a lot of changes, and this time spring is very special in all our countries, and in Germany it's very special because we have so nice weather. We have never had since a long time so a long period, but we miss water, and this is really becoming a big problem. So, but now we have two other very nice presentations. One is about book, and the other is a very nice song coming from Romanian and also presented by a Romanian, by Carla. So first, Zefta about the book tradition, the World Book and Copyright Day, and then Carla.
Hello, Leonard, can you start the presentation, please? So, this week, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so this week there were two very important dates. And the first date is connected with the World Book and Copyright Day. It happens to be on the 23rd of April. It was decided on by UNESCO. And obviously, as you can guess, it is related to the importance of reading and book publishing. Okay, can we go on with the next slide? I did something. Okay, so now you'll probably ask why the 23rd of April? The reason is very simple. So this date was chosen as a tribute to some of the world's greatest writers, such as William Shakespeare, Miguel de Cervantes from Spain, and the Russian Vladimir Nabokov. So the first two died on this day, and Vladimir Nabokov was born on this day. Next slide, please. But there is an interesting detail about it, that in fact the original idea to mark this day and to celebrate it came from Spain, from Catalonia. In 1926, the King of Spain, King Alfonso XIII, signed a decree to commemorate the day of the Spanish book, which after some discussion, some deliberation, was decided to be the date of Cervantes' death. There are other interesting details. It happens that this date coincides with the celebration of Saint George the Victorious, who happens to be the patron saint of Catalonia. And on this day, all the Barcelona book dealers set up a grand book fair. And interestingly, they started a very beautiful tradition. And this tradition goes like this. Whoever bought a book at the fair was given a rose. That's why you see the rose in my presentation. Then in 2001, UNESCO decided that each year one city should be selected as the World Book capital. And it's logical that Madrid was selected as the first World Book capital. There are, of course, criteria for that. It is awarded for the respective city's dedication to books, reading, book publishing through libraries, publishing houses, educational institutions, and other activities which are all related to reading and book publishing. You can see in the picture the famous statues and the monument to Don Quixote, or Don Quixote de la Mancha, and Sancho Panza. It's interesting to know which were the three book capitals of the last 3 years. In 2017, it was Conakry, which is the capital of Guinea. In 2018, it was Athens, and in 2019, it was the Arab city of Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates. And of course, for this year, the World Book Capital was chosen to be the capital city of Malaysia, which is Kuala Lumpur. And there is one important detail about it, that they were chosen for their efforts to develop inclusive education, to build a knowledge-based society, and also to provide access to books to all sections of the population, which is really important. The next one. And logically, the second date, which is very closely related to the first one that I spoke about, is the 22nd of April, when we celebrated this week the 100th anniversary of Valery Petrov's birth. Next slide, please. He was born on the 22nd of April, which happened to be this week, in 1920. And he died on the 27th of August in 2014, at the ripe age of 94. He was a multifaceted talent. He is one of the most prominent Bulgarian poets, playwrights, screenwriters, and translators. Yeah, the interesting thing is that he is of Jewish origin. He was born Valery Nisim Evora, but Bulgaria is a multicultural country, so it's not a surprise. But the important thing is that he was maybe the most proficient poet in our language. He was better than many Bulgarians. The next slide, please. Now I'll just quickly show you some of his works. What you see is a collection of his poems, which was published in 2008, but it's not the only one. I'm just showing you this one. The next one, please. But what really matters to me, and why I respect this person so much, is that he was a brilliant translator. He translated all of Shakespeare's comedies, tragedies, and historical dramas. And it was mainly his translations of Shakespeare's works that were used by theaters in their theatrical performances. And it was, his translations were published and republished many times. Like I said, he was a multifaceted personality. You can see that he was also an author of children's stories. What you see is one of his most famous books, which is called 5 Fairy Tales, which is a collection of children's fairy tales that became the bedtime reading for generations of Bulgarian children. The next slide, please. And again, another facet of his creativity, he was a very good screenwriter. The first 2 pictures show the 2 films which were made after his screenplay. And the last one, The Moonlit Room, is a musical that he wrote the screenplay for. The next one. This book is collection of poems, which includes his most famous poem, which is called Flying People. He was awarded many prizes. Two of these are the prestigious Hristo Gedanov Prize. Now, who is Hristo Gedanov? He was our first publisher after the liberation of the country. And it is a prize which is given for overall contribution to Bulgarian literature. And another one, which was awarded to him when he was 90 years old, is the Sofia Award for Lifetime Achievement. He had a very long and very fruitful literary career. Like I said, he lived until the ripe old age of 94, and obviously going through the fourth age, not even the third age, because he was 94, he had some thoughts about old age and he wrote some poems about it. What you see is one of these poems, which is called About Old Age. You can read them on the website, but I will only read the first verse, which says, old age is old age, but one thing is bad. For as you know, when you say to yourself, it's still far, it has already arrived. We know very well. Okay, the next one. This one is my most favorite poem. It is called The Sleeping Princess, because in it he, like a very strong person, he is able to mock old age. Now I'll read it for you because, like I said, it's my most favorite one. The sleeping princess, a sweet dream is dreaming, and in her dream she sees the prince is kissing her. Time passes. Where is her prince? The sleeping beauty is slowly aging. Hey, here the prince is coming. He is looking at her, and then he is gone. Who would kiss a granny like that? The 7 dwarfs take out their handkerchiefs and they start crying. Saddened, even the storyteller is sniffling quietly. So you must, like I said, be a very strong person to be able to joke with that. The next slide is about friendship, and it is part of his children's fairy tales books. It's The Winter Tale. It's about friendship, but I will not read it to you. You can read it on the website. And if you paid attention, the title of this presentation was World Book and Copyright Day. So here is my acknowledgement of my sources, my references page. So we have to respect copyright. And here I'll say something which is not in my presentation. For those who are younger and are planning to write something, the easiest way to claim authorship on what you have produced, written, be it music or be it a book or whatever, is to do it like this. You either, if it is a book, print it out and go to the post office and mail it to yourself, and then you keep the envelope and the description of what's in it. Or nowadays, it's much easier. Just email it to yourself and make sure you keep the email. So this was a piece of advice, and my last message to you is reading is safe for your health in the times of coronavirus. And a good idea is to give your friend a book as a present to celebrate World Book and Copyright Day. And what you see is my message in Bulgarian. Четенето е безопасно за вашето здраве. That's all from me.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Very interesting. I have never heard about this day, so we are learning a lot, I think, not only me. And we are also discussing about to create some workshop where books will be discussed. And so we will go forward with this inspiration. Thank you very much.
Bravo.
Now we will coming to an end with a very nice input given by Carla Istok. She is coming from Pildej. Pildej is a small village in the east of Romania, and we had been there in contact with the La Salle High School since a long time, and so I'm very happy that Carla and her mother, she's director of this school, gave answer, and that we will join your session and Carla will give a presentation. Up to you, Carla.
Thank you for the introduction, and also thank you very much for the opportunity. As has been said, I'm Carla. I'm a student at the La Salle High School from Pillești, from Romania. First of all, I want to present you something about our journey with Danube-Networkers. In 2014, Stefanie Meyer, teacher of Realschule Johannes von La Salle Ilertisen, invited us to collaborate in the project Taste of Danube. We responded positively to the challenge, knitting mats, rugs made of 12 kilometers of lanyard. What it represents 1% of the length of Danube in Romania. The second project we got involved, it was bread, wine, and herbs, where I can say that I personally contributed to with my napkin collection, on which were printed models related to this theme. The third project was related to the exchange of Christmas packages. Our school really enjoyed your presence in Pillești, and we are really glad because we could get involved with beautiful activities for both students and teachers. Now, today I will play a song called All United With You, Toți Uniți cu Tine, a Romanian song that urges us to unite in prayer for a better world, for society in which love and hope prevail, especially in these tough times through humanity is going. Hope you will enjoy. And now I will sing you the vocal part. O mică picătură, aș vrea să fiu și eu, din marea ta iubire, să izvorăsc mereu. Știu, Doamne, că eu singur să schimb lumea nu pot, dar cu toți împreună formăm un singur tot. O, Doamne, dă-ne putere, pătrunși de-al Tău cuvânt, iubire și iertare să ducem pe pământ. Și toți uniți cu Tine, vrem lumea să o schimbăm, să o lăsăm mai bună, o, Doamne, Te rugăm. Ne vrei să fie pace, iubire pe pământ. Fii azi un bun exemplu, prin fapte și cuvânt. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it.
Carla, it was really, really nice, and also the sound was very good, and we hope it's a good end of this session, and we hope to see you again and to hear you once more another time. Thank you really for coming and joining us. Yes, all.
Thank you, Carmen. Thank you for this organization. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It was a long session today, but it was also a long presentation because we had to be so numerous, but it's worth to see who is in and who is coming from, and that we are all connected by our common idea to have a peaceful and a solidary Europe. And so let us hope that we will continue, and thank you for coming, and have a good evening, have a good week, and keep healthy.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good evening. Thank you for all the contributions.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stay healthy.
It was very interesting, very nice. Thank you, Carmen.
Thank you, Carmen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carmen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye.
So I think we will stop and see you again next week.
Next week.